Robinson, elected statewide black Republican, goes after the Democrat arsonists Antifa and BLM. Watch.
The greatest example of that I saw and witnessed it firsthand on television was during 9/11. People running away from those burning buildings, running away in horror. We saw policemen and firemen running to those buildings, basically running to their deaths to go help others because they saw trouble and they knew that they were needed. That's got to be us in this day right here. We've got to run to the trouble, folks. And what is the trouble? The trouble is the Biden administration that is seeking to turn this country into a socialist hellhole. The trouble is Antifa that wants to roam the streets and beat you into submission. The trouble is Black Lives Matter. It claims to care about the lives of black people, but it's turned a blind eye while violence in black communities are taking lives at a genocidal rate. They've turned a blind eye. That's where the trouble is, and that's what we've got to run to. And we've got all the right in the world on our side. And there ain't no reason to be afraid. And there ain't no reason to not take the challenge dead on. Because I'm going to tell you who we come from, folks. We don't come from some weak, jellyback, spineless people. That's not who we come from. None of us. And it doesn't matter what color you are, what nation your folks hail from, how much money you got. We all share the same name. We are Americans. And at Bunker Hill, there was Americans. And at Fredericksburg and Gettysburg, there was Americans. And at Iwo Jima, raising that flag on Suribachi, it was Americans. And at Pork Chop Hill, there was Americans. At Khe Sanh, there was Americans. And on 9/11, there was Americans who ran towards those burning buildings. That is who you share your heritage with. You do not share your heritage with a weak and ineffective people who cower at the sight of trouble. You share your heritage with a strong and brave people who are determined to hold on to their freedom and for the freedom of future generations. Guys, it's time for us to stand up and be that generation. It's time for us to stand strong and proud and remember who we are, that we are Christians, that we are Americans, that we are Republicans, and that we are conservatives. And as long as we stand as the vanguard of freedom in this nation, freedom will survive here. And not only survive, it will thrive.
Alright, it's the first video I've made in quite a while, feels like anyway. It is Monday, 9:47. We are having them deliver farm fuel up to the farm because they called and said the price is getting ready to skyrocket. So we filled every piece of equipment up that we had. We filled up. We're taking all the trucks in town, filling all them up. Because they said the price is getting ready to get ridiculous, so they're coming to fill up we got like a 4,000 or 5,000 gallon tank. They're going to come fill that up. So everything's going to be full. That way when the price gets stupid like they're talking about, we kind of won't need it. We have tons and tons and tons of beans to get out, some more wheat to put in, and we got a bunch of cover crop to put on. So we are trying to get prepared for what the Biden administration is doing to screw everybody over. So it's going to cost us some money still, but it's not going to cost us like it would later on. So we're getting everything full, and it's nice that, you know, we're friends with the people that own the fuel company, and it's nice that, you know, we can get that. Everybody knows about that though, so it's nice that they look out for their customers like that. That's really good. Unlike the people that were supposed to get this drill ready that still haven't never called. That's the kind of company that doesn't look out for you. But this company, They do a really good job, look out for us, and we appreciate it. Even though we're going to spend some money, it's going to be cheaper to get it done now than it will later. So that's what we're doing. Plus, taking the drill over and putting it in my barn because we got to wait till we get some beans out on one of the farms where we're going to put some more wheat at. So we're getting it out of the way of the shop and taking it over, putting it over there for storage for another 2 weeks till we get these beans out. So we don't really need it in the way. Doing that, Miss Eastern Shore Farmer, she just got home last night from Ohio. She was there all week working, so she's back now. So get this put over there. We do have a couple spots even after we get done planting wheat that we're gonna touch up because we did get quite a bit of showers. And we had a couple low spots that flooded the wheat out, so we're hoping that after we get all the wheat done, we're gonna probably get another bag, throw in there and just go around and touch up a bunch of the spots, little spots here and there that got flooded out. But other than that, I mean, our wheat has really came up beautiful. I mean, for me not knowing what I was doing with this drill, you know, it really looks good so far. So, and I will say we did it bush hog, corn stalks, turbo tilled, and no tilled right into corn stalks. And I will say that the no till right into the corn stalks, as long as you did it on an angle, really looks to be the best. I mean, really looks to be the best. They come up more even and perfect than the turbo till. I mean, this is the, I don't know if you can see that in the background, that's the turbo till ground. And that does look good. But the problem we have with a little bit of the turbo till ground is we have some flooded out spots on some of the ground. I don't know why, maybe it was just where we had worked it up and there was a little bit more dirt involved, and that's, you know, it helped it run off more or something when it was raining. But it seems like the no-till ground actually did the best as long as you did it on an angle. So, and plus that would save us fuel next year when we don't have to work anything up. We can just go right in there and no-till it and be fine. So, but it is Monday. We're going to do a load to tender with some cover crop rye, because we do have some beans that the next couple of days hopefully we'll be cutting. I got to get the combine out, hook the draper up, get the flex and everything set on it. That way I'm not doing it over on one of the farms where the ground might be a little unlevel or something. I can go ahead and get it out right here at the farm where I know the ground is level out on the shop yard, and get my flex set for 2 and 3. And I normally run 3 real flexible, and then as the night goes on and say the beans get a little bit tougher, I'll run 2 with a little bit tighter flex. That way you won't push. You know, they start pushing if you got them too flexed out. So I'll be doing that, and just, you know, run the rotor and everything, get everything set now how I want it. So when I get in the field, I can put it, pretty much just put it down and go, and then I can just dial it in perfect from there. But right now, the biggest thing is just piddling. I mean, the wind is actually blowing extremely hard up here today. So we did have a little bit of rain Saturday night. It wasn't much, but it was enough to kind of screw us up for the day cutting. But if this wind keeps blowing like this, you know, maybe by tomorrow, we could get, maybe even this afternoon, tomorrow we can get into a field, open a couple up and try them out. So, but it's all I know. Alright, so we're cutting beans today. I just started. These ain't actually the early beans, these are wheat beans. These are fields that we planted a little early without any sludge. So some of them got some green vines, but it seems like the bean is ready. just getting the combine ready, getting it set up. These inrows got a little bit of green vine, but when you get out in the field, they're actually not that bad. I actually feel like the beans across town are a little bit better, but this is where they wanted to start at, so this is what we're doing. Well, they're cutting right around 14.8. This right here is probably the sandiest, actually the sandiest field we got, doing right around 60, 65. So that's not too bad. I'll take 65 bushel beans off of this field any day of the week. Alright, so we're moving to a different farm. We come through town. I couldn't video because it was 4 o'clock rush hour and there was people everywhere. So everybody helped me out though, pulled over, let me go, so it wasn't too bad. Look, there's Mr. Hyder's house. Hey there, Mr. Hyder. Good man right there. Got my brother, he's up here with the hopper waiting for me to pull in so he can get in there. That's the farm, the brown beans, where we're going. Alright, waiting for them to bring the header over. They went and checked a couple other farms over here. Everything's ready, so met them pretty much when I got started coming into town. They were going over to get hook the header up and bring it over to me. So as soon as they get over here, I can start rolling pretty good. So I'll at least get a load out tonight. My brother's gonna drop the truck off as soon as they get in here and I get a little spot open for the cart after we pick the header off of it. And he's gonna bring the truck in here and then turn around, and then they're gonna take him back and he's gonna go haul the load that I cut over on the other farm. And I'll probably load this trailer and then I'll go ahead and just take it home once I get it loaded. So like, subscribe, share. Please subscribe. I'd like to get 1,000 subscribers. It's hard, but hopefully it happens. See ya. We just started cutting beans, so everything seems to, we got the combine all adjusted up. Everything seems to be good so far, so let's hope so.
Firecracker, I wanted in this lifetime. I had to put my beliefs on the
Now, I don't know why the government thinks it's entitled to my goddamn money. You bring me the bill, bitch. You know what I mean? And what other fucking institution, whether it's a restaurant or a store or anything we've ever done in commerce in the history of the goddamn world, where I just surrender over some amount of money to you without any ability to sway how it might be used. You know what I mean?